Yeah, unfortunately, I didn't even get to see the Nuggets Nets game because
Mhm.
it was on my TV,
Nah.
YouTube TV, and then the laptop was bugging out. So I was a box score watcher.
Yeah, nah, you good. I gotta be honest
Well,
too.
hold on.
Hmm?
Before you even go,
Yeah.
well, you couldn't catch much of the game either.
No, no, the first game. The
Oh, the
the
first game, first
yeah,
game.
the
Well,
Pacers versus Wizards.
I
Yeah.
watched the first game.
I
Luckily,
couldn't
I was able to catch the first game. But the Nets and the Nuggets, I didn't think that there was much for me to watch. You know, I'm box score watching. I'm looking. You know, looking at the stats. You know, I'm just like, oh well, the Nuggets seem to be comfortable right now. They were up 21
Mhm.
at one point. They were up 71 to 56, I believe, when I saw the score at half.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. And eventually I stopped box score watching. On to other things. I'm like, okay. So I
Yeah.
probably should have just kept going on. Very casual thing of me to do. And then I get the notification, final score. I'm like, oh wow, the Nets really made it competitive. Wait, hold on, what? I saw the final score. I'm thinking it was 125,
Yeah, yeah,
119 Nuggets.
yeah, yeah.
No. What the hell happened?
I'll tell you what happened. The third quarter hit. The most important quarter in today's NBA happened, and this is what happened. Um, Kyrie started to hit big time shots.
Mm-hmm.
AD got into his rhythm. Blake looked like he was back in Clippers slash Detroit. I'm after CP3 left, and even though they didn't get the lead or anything, they basically made it a single digit game, and that's all the Nets need. Let me tell you right now, you and me both know going into the fourth quarter, if you have a single digit lead against this Nets team, that's all that they need before they could basically start making a run.
That's all I needed.
Yep.
And it became personal for me.
Exactly. It became personal to them. The moment the Nets gave them, I said the Nets, the Nuggets gave them breathing room, it was over. I'm not going to say it was over, but you knew that it was going to be a battle going into that fourth
Mm.
quarter. And that's what really happened. The Nuggets had the advantage. And then down the stretch, their offense seemed to get like just, it's like they had all these opportunities down the
Yeah.
stretch and they just gave it up. Like it was even one point in which, I believe it was like a one possession game, down by two, and I think down by two or one, and then Jokic had an opportunity to get a layup. And mind you, this is a shot that Jokic take
Yeah.
plenty of times.
I did watch the highlights, so I did
Yeah,
see that part that you're
yeah,
talking about, yes.
yeah. Jokic has made this shot plenty of times. We see that the moment he gets inside paint, like it's basically you're at his mercy, right?
He's an
Well,
MVP.
yep. Well, KD said not today. That's all I gotta say. KD with some great defense. He didn't block the shot or anything. All he did was Jokic goes up, rims in, comes out. And that could sum up basically how it was down the stretch for them right then and there. Just so close to never come up.
Surprised me the most about that play. JaMychal Green had that chance to get a rebound,
Mhm.
and they couldn't secure it. Easy.
Um,
That's an easy rebound putback.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, Jermichael Green did have that opportunity to get the rebound. He just casually let it go out of bounds. I don't know why he did that or what he did that for, but Yeah.
No, he just couldn't secure it. That's all.
Yeah. Basically.
Fumbled the bag. That's all that just happened. Oh, yeah. What a collapse.
Yeah. And it was a great game. And look at Michael Porter Jr. had a great game, even though he was close into foul trouble because he had like 5 fouls. And of course, Jokic did his thing, of course, Jamie Jokic. Campazzo stepping up big time in replacement of Jamal Murray at that guard position. Like, these guys had a great game. It's just that they couldn't hold on to it.
Yeah, I see. Because the other side had KD and Kyrie.
Yeah.
And I seen towards the end of the game, it was talking about the second chance points and how the Nuggets had like 27 chance points and
Yeah.
the Nets had like 1. And I was thinking in my head, well, when you have KD and Kyrie, you're really not going to have a lot of offensive rebounds. Are you? Especially when they have it going.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
man. You can't give up second chance points against this team. You just can't.
what I mean is that the Nets, you're not going to have, the Nets aren't going to have many opportunities for their players to get offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
They have bucket getters on their floor.
Exactly.
So offensive rebounding doesn't really matter as much for them. They do need to pick it up on defensive rebounding though.
Hell yeah.
But hey, what you just described to me for this game didn't matter. Oh man, that was just wild. The fact that I just saw my phone and the Nets won. And the Nuggets needed this win, that third seed. Bucks needed this loss.
Well, the Nets really needed this because don't forget they were losing. They lost 3 straight prior
4
to
straight.
4 straight prior to this game. So they needed this. They needed this win.
You know, that's how they lost 4 straight, and we didn't even talk about it. Didn't even think about it. You know why? Because
it don't matter.
Yeah, exactly. We know the Nets. Honestly, this team can win a chip. This team that they have on the floor, not Harden. This team have on the floor.
Exactly.
Can win the championship. So
this ain't the Lakers.
So the Lakers, don't do that. Don't do that. The Lakers' 2 best players battling injuries. Actually, if the Lakers' 3 best players, one is battling COVID, health safety protocols. Other 2 are battling injuries. All right.
Yes.
And plus, they're not a super team like the Nets team. No one gonna cry. No one gonna cry if the Nets don't win the championship this year. Boo hoo. Boo hoo. Nets. Nobody care about the Nets. People in their own city don't even care about the Nets.
Don't do that.
They're more excited about the Knicks right now. Come on, man. Oh man. I seen a comment like that. People was like, people only in Brooklyn care about the Nets. And people was like, it's like, no, people only in Newark.
It's crazy, right? It's crazy how both basketball teams are doing great at the same time. It's just crazy. It hasn't been like this since 2013, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But higher expectations for both teams, not in terms of obviously the Knicks, they're not expected to win the championship this year, but their potential for the future.
Yeah.
The Nets, very high expectations there. This is championship. But yeah. Oh wait, happy Mother's Day.
Yes. Happy Mother's Day, man. Happy Mother's Day to all the beautiful mothers out there,
Yep. Happy Mother's Day to all moms out there, showing appreciation to your mom and grandmothers and aunts. Anybody that had a motherly figure in your life.
Yeah.
Anyway, but happy Mother's Day to your mom, Ja.
Yeah. Happy Mother's Day to your mom, Evan, and thank you for our dedication for helping me out all those times.
I'm sorry.
When we used to come over to your house and she used to cook.
I have no recollection. I know what you're talking about.
What the?
He said, "You can go out." Yes, bro. I know. You and some of our other friends to my house. My mom used to welcome them open arms, cook for them. I, same as you, used to come over to your house.
Yep.
Even though your mom didn't cook for me, she still welcome me in.
Sorry about that.
I don't need your mom to cook for me. I was more
I
upset
like
that
your
you did.
mom. I remember I did. I forgot. I forgot I did that for you.
Cook me breakfast like he was trying to bed me.
I like, I gotta take care of my guests. You know what I mean?
I'm not. This first one.
What? I'm not saying anything.
No. First of all, as a straight male,
What?
that's just off-putting, brother. All right. It's just something weird about that. All right. It's just something. Why? I'm just saying. It's just something weird.
What made
As
you
a
think?
straight male, why is another man allowing me into his home and cooking me food?
Bro, it's just a right thing to do when you have guests. You treat them.
Yes, no doubt, no doubt. Hey, you want something to drink? Anything I get you to eat? No problem. To cook?
Well, bro, I'm not gonna leave you starving.
Yeah, so we go out and get something there. Chopped cheese, bodega. It's the Bronx. Hello.
So why didn't you say anything when it happened?
Oh, now it's why I didn't say anything.
Why didn't you say anything when I was doing?
What you mean?
Because
It
you
was
wasn't
already
gonna slow it
done.
down. Oh yeah, it was already done. I forgot.
You wasn't in the middle of it.
You right.
Cook me feel like I was his bitch. Or like he was my bitch. Either way works.
Oh, this is hilarious. That can't stop.
Nonetheless, happy Mother's Day to all moms, grandmas, aunts, cousins, sisters, everyone who had a motherly role in people's life.
Yep. And the single mothers.
Yes, definitely the single mothers. All right. Back to basketball. As you educated me about what happened because I couldn't catch the last game, let me educate you on what happened in the first game that came around. Oh well, John, it was very competitive.
Yeah.
As you would expect, this is the 9th and the 10th seed, and the Wizards, they could possibly take the 10th and the 9th seed from the Pacers, and that would be big because playing game, that's that home court.
Yeah.
For that one game. So this was very important for both teams.
Yeah.
And they both played like it. Bradley Pill put on a show.
Yeah.
Put on a show. Karis LeVert and Sabonis put on a show. Sabonis had a triple-double. LeVert had 30 plus.
Yeah.
You know who also had a triple-double?
The one and only.
Mr. Triple-double himself. Or soon to be Mr. Triple-double.
Yeah.
Because Russell Westbrook tied the great big ol' Oscar Robinson for most triple doubles of all time. Let's hold off on the praise of Russell Westbrook to when he officially breaks it, because we know he will
break it.
He will break it. So we will give him all the love and praise in terms of triple doubles when it happens.
Yeah.
But for now, for this game, yeah. And then the Pacers in that third quarter, they started stepping up, especially towards the end of the third quarter. They started stepping up.
Yeah.
Wizards started to struggle a little bit, bleeding into the early part of the fourth quarter. But then I mean, they got Russell Westbrook and Bradley Beal. You can't hold them down for too long.
Yep, those are two alpha males, two alpha dogs. It's like a pack of wolves coming in the whole package. Like
A pack of wolves come in the whole package.
yeah, that make no sense. But like they tough.
No,
They tough. That's what I'm trying to say. They tough. You
you
can't
could have
tame
just
them.
been like a wolf pack.
Yeah, a wolf pack. There we go. A wolf pack. Yeah, you can't tame those guys. You can't even get in their way. Do not get in their way. Trust and believe. You will die.
Yep. Yeah, but like wolves, if you kill a leader, they all spread. And for last night, the leader was injury, unfortunately for Beal.
Yeah.
Uh he on his monster 50-point night. He got hurt very late in that fourth quarter. Like the Wizards were up by 2 points with about 20 seconds or 30 seconds remaining. Okay, if I can't remember. And yet, I think it was cramps that got him, or a hamstring injury, or something with his hip, and he goes out. The Pacers tie the game up. It's tie game. Last final possession, you know Bradley Beal desperately wants to get in that game. But
Yeah.
unfortunately, he was gone for the rest of the game. Doesn't seem to be anything serious. But he wanted to be on that court, and he and his team pulled out the victory for him. And unfortunately, it wasn't going to happen in that fourth quarter. It wasn't happening in regulation. Russell Westbrook had a chance to win it. He didn't.
Mm-hmm.
And going into overtime, still again, back and forth, back and forth. And I must say, some of those calls that went or didn't go on the Pacers were a little skeptical, if I say so myself. But
Well,
what can you do, right?
yeah, they are the zebras, the emotional zebras,
I won't comment on that. But then it came down late, and Pacers were up by 1.
Yes.
Russell Westbrook once again, ball in his hands. They send a double team on him. Takes a one-legged fadeaway jump shot. He misses, but he gets fouled. Questionable, controversial call. I'm a little bit skeptical, really. On the opposite side, right before that, Gafford had jumped right off his Sabonis' back. It was no call. But then in the end of regulation, Sabonis did something similar to Gafford, maybe even a little bit less, and they called that. So that's what I mean. The Pacers, it was a little controversial with those calls.
Yeah.
But yeah, Westbrook gets fouled. He makes both free throws. Pacers have a chance. With 1 second remaining, Karis LeVert looks like he gets free and he's open. Russ just sprints, leaps, blocks it. What a way to end it.
Great movie. Yeah.
The Wizards win.
Yeah. I gotta respect it because I was thinking about it a little bit. I realized that they double team Westbrook, and I was like, but Westbrook is not a. Let's be honest here. Westbrook is not a shooter. So, of course, he's known for making big time shots. Yes, and like now looking at it now, I can see it's just like if he tries to attack to the basket, then it's a different story. Because I feel like that was probably his thinking, attack the basket. But I was just like so the double team is smart in that case. But I was just like, if it's an ISO situation and it's a likely chance that you got your paint on lock, then I was like, there's no truly need to double team Westbrook though, because you live with of course you don't want the ball in his hands in situations like this, but you live and die with him taking a jump shot rather than getting to the rack.
Yes.
And like with that, it's just like you double team him, then he gets the foul call, and you know how the NBA is today. It's just like was it really worth the risk like that? But hey, I could be all over the place with that, but I'm just saying.
Yeah. I don't know why Russ just attack. Why do we be settling for jump shots, man? This attack that really be frustrating me sometimes. Yeah, I see has made clutch jump shots before,
Yeah,
but his bread and butter, his best offensive attribute is him attacking, him finishing at the rim.
exactly. And he used to be, I don't know if he utilizes it as much nowadays, but he used to be one of the best mid-range players in the game.
Yeah, back in 2K12.
Yeah. Back in 2K12, when 2K12 was great, he used to be one of the best mid-range scorers in the game. I don't
He
know
used
what
to,
happened to that.
he used to love sprinting at full blast and then just pulling
Stop
up
it.
at the mid.
Yep.
Stop.
Just stop it on the dot, pulling up on the mid-range.
That was his go-to.
Yeah. Nobody knew what happened to why he stopped doing that. He just stopped doing it. But hey, he kind of did something like that.
Katie left.
Yeah. But hey, he kind of won for it this game, but he didn't. But it didn't matter. They got the win anyway.
He would have had to get he could have just went to attack.
Yeah.
But, hey, nonetheless, they get the win, and they're now with the season sweep against Pacers, and now they are ninth seed over the Pacers. They currently have that home court for that one game playing between the ninth and the 10th seed, which can be very big. Very big. You got something to say?
Yeah. No, I'm saying like, I'm gonna get into it later in the thing.
All right. Well, since we're on the topic of playing, one team that played last night that are going to be playing in the playing,
mm-hmm.
who has just a two-time unanimous MVP. Nothing really special. Just one of the greatest shooters of all time. Nothing really special. One of the best players I've ever seen with my own two eyes. Nothing really special. And he did it to OKC again.
Yes, he did. And I got a couple of things to say about that. One, I think he has a personal vendetta for OKC ever since 2016 when he hit that shot and stuff. And I don't know. I don't know why or what it is, but he just has a personal vendetta for them. And two, let's be honest. The performance he put on tonight.
Lou Dort can't guard him. Oh, yeah, sorry.
Lou Dort can't guard him. And the performance that he put on tonight is just like, as beautiful as it was to watch, it wasn't really necessary. Because it was no need to do that. Because you want to know why? They basically had the game midway through the second quarter. They really had the game midway through the second quarter, and they never in OKC didn't have a chance. Like, let's be honest. You want to talk about safe lead? A safe lead is being up by how much Golden State was up in the middle of that third, which was looked like 30 to 40.
Mm-hmm.
There was no need for him to put a 49.
But he did. 5 3-pointers in the first quarter. 11 on the game. Oh my goodness. He was just, as soon as he got past the Warriors logo, he was pulling.
It was a point he was so hot, it had to be, he got fouled.
I feel like in my head when I'm thinking about when Curry does all this, I'm like, why? How does this even happen? Just send guys at him. Just double team him. But then when you watch the game, they are. He's too good.
Man, God has gifted that man with a lot. That's all I can really say. Even though it still came with some luck, he gifted him a lot.
That's not on Mother's Day. Not on Mother's Day. But yeah, just Stephen Curry. What else can you say? What else can you say?
There was no need to do that stuff. You're a disrespectful man. I'm just saying.
All right. That was just the news. I don't think there's any news, right?
No.
Speaking of that, this is supposed to be 11 o'clock upload, by the way, because there is a 1 o'clock game, and it's a big 1 o'clock game. Speaking of that, predictions for Mother's Day's Sunday games. Getting into it, the Miami Heat. Hold on. They did that again. They're not showing me They are not showing me my primetime games. Give me 1 sec. Here we go now. First primetime game of the day, ESPN, 1 o'clock. It is a big game between the 6th and the 7th seed as they battle for positioning, possible play-in or no play-in. The Miami Heat going to the TD Garden to battle the Boston
Miami.
Celtics.
Yeah, move on. Miami.
Right, that's disrespectful. And a rematch of the Eastern Conference Finals, by the way.
Miami.
See, okay, Miami. But see, Miami struggles just as much sometimes as Boston. Well,
not okay.
Almost.
Sometimes,
Almost.
but not worse. Not worse than Boston. Trust and believe, not worse than Boston. I know they had those losses against the Hornets that were
chop an apple in half. It's still an apple. I don't
know. Where the hell did that come from? But yes, you're right. But you want to know something? I know the he has had some embarrassing losses, especially to those Hornets teams. Because oh my God, I don't know what the hell went on. But
Malik Monk.
Well, let me tell you something. They haven't stuck as much as the Boston Celtics did in terms of certain games. Let's be honest.
I know that back against the Spurs though, by 32, didn't they?
Yes. Yeah. One out of probably a handful, I guess. I like a select few. And I know, and I believe the last time these teams met up, which was like way early in the season, like I think.
I
remember that. Okay. I know they was in Miami for sure.
Yeah, but we both got the Heat. Big game for both teams. Going up of the doubleheader on ESPN, 3:30, continuing their tough schedule. The New York Knicks will go to LA to battle the Los Angeles Clippers.
Dang, that is tough. I got the Clippers.
Yeah, I got the Clippers as well. It seemed they were really trying their best to the Knicks to not get that 4th seed. Because the Nuggets, the Suns, and then the Clippers. You can't make that up.
Yeah. Well, hey, look, a miracle might happen for you guys, because
I was hoping for one win around the stretch, and I thought it was going to be that Suns game. I really did. Until they kind of choked in the late in the third, and then in the 4th quarter they really choked.
Yeah. But hey, if Kawhi Leonard goes non-existent again, yeah, could get lucky.
You guys there, stop with Kawhi. Stop.
Hey man, he hasn't been looking his usual self.
You just jump from player to player like an Instagram model.
Mia Khalifa.
It's a porn star.
I mean, Tiana Trump.
Jesus Christ. Going to the nighttime, and we will only be talking about the ESPN primetime games because there's NBA TV primetime games. Speaking of the NBA TV primetime games, the New Orleans Pelicans going up against the Charlotte Hornets.
I forgot no Zion.
Nope, no Zion.
Oh well, I still got Zoe over Melo.
I just realized brotherly battle. But I got LaMelo and I got the Hornets. They got Skitty Titty. The Dallas Mavericks going against the Cavs.
Yeah, move on.
The Mavs, yeah. The Timberwolves going against the Magic.
Timberwolves.
The Bulls going against the Pistons. Bulls. That game kind of puts itself to shame looking back at their history. Other NBA TV game, 10 o'clock. The Phoenix Suns going to do battle against the defending champions in LA, Los Angeles Lakers. Phoenix. And lastly, Lakers kind of have a tough schedule too. Lastly, the Thunder going up against the Sacramento basketball team.
Sacramento basketball team.
One team tanking, one team looking like they trying to tank. The way they be playing. But yeah, Sacramento. All right. Time to wrap things up. You know what time it is. Going to the standings. Changes. The Nets win against the Nuggets in their comeback. The Nets do retake the second seed for now. With the Wizards win against the Pacers, the Wizards are now the 10th seed. The Pacers drop to that. I mean, the Wizards are the 9th seed. Pacers drop to that 10th seed. Going to the Western Conference with the Nuggets loss, even puts them a little bit further away from the Clippers and now a game and a half back from the Clippers. The Warriors win. They are half a game ahead of the Grizzlies. And I think that's the Blazers win. They now half a game behind the Mavericks for that 5th seed and a game and a half ahead of the Lakers, who are the 7th seed.
Well, they better make that game and a half behind the Mavericks to one game behind, because the Mavericks are gonna win. So
the Mavericks against the Cavs.
Yeah, they go beat the Cavs. You know what I mean?
Colin Sexton.
Look,
Kevin Love.
With all due respect to Colin Sexton, Darius Garland, Kevin Love, and that's about it.
Like, Jared Allen, don't do that.
And Jared Allen, my bad, and Jared Allen, and probably Larry Nance if you want to include them in there. They're not beating Luka.
And we'll see. The Pistons beat the Grizzlies. The other team had an embarrassing loss. This is just another team had an embarrassing loss. We just talked about it. Celtics lost to the Bulls.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, you're right, but let me tell you something. Their chances are pretty slim.
Yeah. You're right. All right, that is all.
Yes.
All right, so once again, happy Mother's Day to all the loving mothers out there. And thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for watching today's podcast. Make sure to tune into tomorrow's podcast. Like, share, subscribe, comment, support the channel, give feedback, all that stuff.
Yeah. And also follow our IG and our TikTok down in the description below. Have some fun.
And of course, I'm Evan.
I'm Ja.
This is My Basketball Podcast.
Happy Mother's Day.